Hey everybody, Chad from the BoardGameGeek Discord here. You know, this time of year I like to get ready. I get excited for Board Game Geek Con and to see people I haven't seen all year, to get to play some games, and of course, I like to do some shopping. And one of my favorite outlets for shopping is, of course, the Board Game Geek flea markets. And one of my favorite flea markets is the Virtual Flea Market, and it usually starts in September, early October. And so people that are selling games that don't want to travel with their games all the way to Texas will list their games online, and people can get a good deal on some games. And then the games that get sold, people will bring and will do a transaction. But because of the way that gets done, it gave me an idea. Hey, we've never gotten around to talking about geek lists, geek lists, geek lists, geek lists. Yeah. So this week we're going to talk about geek lists and how they're used on the Geek and how you could use them, or if you have a local con, if you wanted to set up something for yourself, um, to do like a virtual flea market or something fun of that nature. So let's get to it. As always, I'm going to pull up the Geek here, and we've got the front page. So what are Geek lists? You see them listed right here. Geek lists. Okay, that's great. And they have a drop down menu. What are the hot and whatever geek lists? Well, long story short, a geek list is a list of items, and it's whatever Board Game Geek has indexed, like games or designers or publishers or um, game mechanics or whatever that people want to have a discussion about, or just to go in to make a list of these items. Maybe it's games you want for Christmas. Maybe it's going to be just for example, we can do a search for them in its indexable. We can do say, hey, we want to look at googly eyes, and we're going to put up a game. And so look, oh, look at all the things that have got game boxes made better with googly eyes, and there's items in there, and you can come in and look. And so somebody will make a list about, hey, here's all the cool games with googly. You can put googly eyes, and they will look so much better. And so that's just an example, right? And to get back to what I was talking about earlier, so like um, for Board Game Geek Con, there's a virtual flea market list where we have they set up essentially rules, and people upload the games they want to see, and you can see, oh, there's 10,000 games that people have that are trying to sell games for Board Game Geek Con that are going to congregate together and do that. Um, if you remember an earlier video I did where you can talk about subscriptions, you can subscribe to the Geek List. You can also, on items, you can subscribe to an item. If you're, and I like to do this, and I like to subscribe to items that I have interest in or I may want to purchase. And you can actually, you can block things if you want to. But getting back to the topics, I can go to subscriptions. I've already got that pulled up just to save times. And you can see you can have a listing of the geek lists you're interested in, or geek lists you have created. You can edit them, you can unsubscribe to them, you can edit them to see, hey, I want to be notified in my subscriptions whenever a comment is made on a geek list, or whenever a new item is added to a geek list. And then the geek list items that I've subscribed to this year, the things I've got interested in, I'll subscribe to those because I want to follow those to see if they've been purchased, or if I can have the opportunity to purchase them myself. And so that's how I use it. And also, if you come to the quick bar, you'll see here, I often will go to take geek lists, and I'll click here and put it on the quick bar. So that way I don't have to come through and remember Virtual Flea Market 2025. I don't have to do a search. I've just got it listed here on the quick bar. And you can just go right to it. And I'll go to this while I'm at work 2 or 3 times a day. And when I'm at home, I'll go 2 or 3 times, maybe once after dinner or something like that, just to keep up with what's for sale and for something I'm interested in. Also, going back to the listing, you'll notice, hey, this has got a load of pages. Maybe you want to go to the end, and maybe you want to go to the middle. You can go to like page 100. You can go back to page 1. And so, we have just a little different spin on how those things get coded. But in a nutshell, these are geek lists, and you can use them for this. You can use them for any topic you want. But I did want to just share this with you, see if there's a way you can utilize them in your own geek experience. And if you have any comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from them. If you have any ideas for things your future would like to see a video for us to talk about, I would be happy to read that as well. Once again, Chad from BoardGameGeek Discord. You guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.